fertilizers. So, with the rainy season at its peak, the crops are doing well. The beneficiary met with the visitors at the rice field. It was a chance to say thank you to the Gambia Red Cross Society for the assistance. The delegation had earlier paid a courtesy call on Governor Lamin Dabo of the Lower River region. The traditional courtesy call provided the governor the chance to know more about the activities of the humanitarian organization. He commended the Gambia Red Cross Society for responding to the appeal made by government.
Actually, Red Cross is one of the institutions that have actually supported the government in that crusade, and they have given a lot of support to the affected, families in all the communities across the Gambia.
In other countries, appeal for assistance is usually slow. The Gambia government has been commended for declaring the crop situation on good time.
Here I think the government was very, very quick. So this is one first thing. The second thing what I also find is the Gambian Red Cross has a place as an auxiliary to the government to engage with NDMA, to engage with the various government departments and share the ideas and experience and make sure that there is no duplication and no duplication of efforts, but there is a much better coordination. I met a couple of governors who were there to receive us and to see how the programs are running. The Gambian Red Cross very well engaged. So I see a very good collaboration and very good complementarity. And I think I really appreciate the support and the collaboration from the Gambian Red Cross, Gambian government to the Gambian Red Cross.
The beneficiaries in Daselamin village were given bags of rice, cooking oil, and fertilizer. So too were the beneficiaries in Dongoroba in the Lower River region. The Gambia Red Cross officials are trying to promote a new paradigm called twin-track approach.
We say twin track, we are looking at the short term but also the long term, meaning that our visit here is to look at how we continue to transition from the short term to the long term, where we continue to work with the Gambia, support the Gambia Red Cross to work with the communities long beyond the emergency phase.
Well, the beneficiaries have received what they've long been yearning for, that is rice. And as for the fertilizer, this is an agrarian community. This is something that the farmers have also long been anticipating for. And now they've received it, they are very satisfied with what they've got. Ibrahim Abalde reporting for GRTS News.
A project site in the Upper River region village of Kanube was the focus of a recent information gathering visit by UNICEF officials and their counterparts from the Department of Information Services. Fatih Jase was embedded with the team, and this is her report.
Tostan, an international NGO, has partnered with Women's Bureau and the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, to facilitate non-formal education and community development in the Upper River region of the country. The project, built through community-led development in the Gambia, is expected to focus on social problems like human rights, problem-solving, health and hygiene issues. As one of the funding partners of the project, UNICEF, in collaboration with the Department of Information Services, traveled to Kanube in Upper River region to view one of the 40 project sites. At Kanube, the meeting saw an interactive discussion between beneficiaries of the project and the media personnel on the gains registered as well as challenges. The locals of this community, especially women, were highly appreciative of the project. There has been a worrying health problem in the area. Musukoy Dabo, one of the recipients of the Tostan program, told the gathering. This, however, has become non-existent since the coming of the project. Other social issues such as early marriage affecting the community has been largely addressed through increased awareness of the negative impacts. Several other achievements like emergence of female leadership and increased livelihood, application of human rights and responsibilities, and increased enrollment of children in school, particularly girls, have been achieved. For GRTS News, I am Fatou Jase.
You can monitor GRTS Radio live on our website at www.grts.gm. We'll be back with more stories right after the short break.
$100,000 is cash to be won. This month, AfriCell is offering $500,000 worth of cash prizes for the subscribers that registered their lines. You heard me right. Win over $500,000 worth of cash prizes with the AfriCell Register and Win promotion.
What? Scratch and win?
It's register and win. $500,000 is cash.
Wow! $500,000 is for simply registering my AfriCell line?
That's right. Hurry up and register your AfriCell SIM card now and stand the chance of winning $500,000 is cash. Every Friday, 5 lucky AfriCell subscribers who have correctly registered their AfriCell lines will win through a live draw on Grts TV. You can register your AfriCell SIM card at any AfriCell customer care outlet or service center or at any of the AfriCell registration points spread all over the country. Register your AfriCell line now to avoid disconnection and win $500,000 is cash with the AfriCell Register and Win promotion.
Welcome back. President Alassane Ouattara has led celebrations marking the Ivory Coast's 52nd independence anniversary, but all Ivorians are not celebrating. Residents of the capital, Abidjan, angered by recent attacks on military barracks that left 10 soldiers dead, boycotted the event. Let's look at this report for more on that.
Côte d'Ivoire commemorated its 52nd year of independence, with President Alassane Ouattara officiating over a military parade as planned. But the hearts of many residents of the Ivorian economic capital, Abidjan, were not up to celebrating. A series of recent attacks in Abidjan against the Akouedo military barracks killed 10 Ivorian soldiers.
We don't know what's going on, who's doing what. We're really fed up.
In his televised message to the nation Monday, President Alassane Ouattara tried to reassure Ivorians.
I have given instructions to carry out a relentless battle against those who want to create a state of fear and insecurity in the country.
The Ivorian government blames a number of militia groups and former soldiers loyal to the ousted president, Laurent Gbagbo, for a general lack of morale. The defense minister encouraged Ivorians not to become disillusioned and to continue living normally.
No curfew has been declared anywhere in the country, so Ivorian men and women can circulate freely.
As Côte d'Ivoire celebrates its 52nd anniversary of independence, President Alassane Ouattara announced that a new National Security Council in charge of disarming and demobilizing former combatants will be put in place shortly.
The battle for Syria's largest city, Aleppo, continues, with rebels claiming 60% control of the business hub. The use of artillery shells and bombardment by government soldiers is continuing despite international warnings. We have more in this CFI report.
More ministers were false following the defection of the Prime Minister. The highest-ranking government official to defect so far, and a Sunni Muslim, a rarity in the Alawite-dominated Assad regime, Riyad Hijab, fled to Jordan with his family. He had help from the Free Syrian Army opposition forces. He said the Assad regime is committing war crimes.
The Syrian Prime Minister, Mr. Hijab, had a choice to be part of this criminal regime, but he chose to be among the Syrian people and the revolution. This defection did not happen in one day or yesterday. It had been planned for more than 2 months with the Free Syrian Army and the rebels.
In Washington, the White House press secretary said that Bashar al-Assad is losing control over Syria.
It's clear that these defections are reaching the highest levels of the Syrian government, and Assad cannot restore his control over the country because the Syrian people will not allow it.
While the Assad government appears to be collapsing from the inside, the regime's army has stepped up its aerial bombardments in the province of Homs, next to the border with Lebanon, and around Aleppo, the country's second-largest city near Turkey. Hundreds of Syrians are fleeing into Turkey every day.
They are shelling with missiles, planes and tanks. They have caused the current conditions. They have made us homeless and orphaned the children and killed the elderly.
The army has continued shelling rebel-held districts of Aleppo, while fighting between opposition and government forces is raging across the city.
As Great Britain revels in its Olympic glory, some are still disgruntled about the past event that took place a year ago. On the anniversary of the riots which took place in Tottenham last year, the family of Mark Duggan vented their anger on the British authorities. CNN's Dan Rivers looks back at the problem that the community is facing.